A man wearing a hat walks past an abandoned building, quietly observing the chaotic scene around him. Suddenly, his attention is drawn toward a pile of trash hidden deep in the woods. There, buried beneath years of dust and neglect, they unexpectedly discover a forgotten machine. It is a 1970s Lincoln Continental, once a symbol of prestige and elegance. Time, however, has left its mark on the vehicle. The hood ornament has long since disappeared, and thick stains cover the faded surface of the hood. The man circles around to the rear of the car and soon discovers another classic vehicle. Nearby, the Mercedes-Benz. Compared to the Lincoln sedan, this one appears to have been preserved in slightly better condition. Even so, cobwebs still stretch through the gaps around the doors, silently revealing just how long it has been abandoned. Inside, the interior is buried beneath layers of dust and spiderwebs, frozen like a silent timeline from the past. Nearby sits an old Volvo station wagon in even worse condition. It is obvious that the car has deteriorated beyond the point of restoration. When the door is opened, a strong musty odor escapes from inside. Dust coats every surface, while the floor has rotted away and suffered severe decay. The man hesitates. Should he choose the classic Mercedes-Benz or the Lincoln Continental filled with memories from another era? Both cars are in nearly identical condition, each carrying visible signs of age and transformation. Together, they seem to tell a story of past glory and present ruin. In the end, the man wearing the hat appears to lean toward the Lincoln Continental. Perhaps it is the unmistakable American styling and iconic wheels, or maybe it is because the 1970s Lincoln Continental still holds a loyal fan base among classic car enthusiasts. He believes that once restored, the vehicle could once again become something truly special. However, as he prepares to inspect the interior more closely, they discover that the door is completely jammed shut. No matter how hard they try, it refuses to open. Thick layers of dirt cover the windows, preventing him from seeing what is hidden inside. The man cannot help but feel uneasy. He worries that the condition of the Lincoln Continental may be far worse than expected. After examining the exterior more carefully, they notice rust spreading across several parts of the body. Years of exposure to rain and moisture have slowly eaten away at the metal. Leaves and debris have gathered beneath the car, almost making it part of the surrounding forest. Still, the man refuses to give up. He wipes away some of the grime from the windshield and tries to peer into the cabin. Through the dusty glass, fragments of the interior begin to appear. Torn seats, cracked panels, and faded materials reveal the harsh passage of time. Yet despite the decay, the car still carries a strange sense of dignity. The team continues exploring the abandoned area and discovers even more forgotten vehicles. Scattered among the trees, some are covered entirely in vines and moss, while others have collapsed under years of neglect. Every car seems to hold a story that was never finished. The atmosphere around the abandoned lot feels hauntingly quiet. Only the sound of footsteps and rustling leaves breaks the silence. Nature has slowly reclaimed the place, transforming it into a graveyard of classic automobiles. As the inspection continues, they attempt to open the hood of the Lincoln Continental. After struggling for several moments, the hood finally loosens with a sharp metallic sound. Beneath it sits an engine coated in thick dust and corrosion. The engine bay clearly shows signs of long-term abandonment. Hoses have hardened with age. Metal parts are covered in rust, and countless leaves have accumulated in every corner. It seems almost impossible that the car could ever run again. Even so, the man remains fascinated. He imagines what the vehicle must have looked like decades ago, when it rolled proudly down American streets. The Mercedes-Benz nearby tells a similar story. Though its exterior appears slightly cleaner, time has also taken a heavy toll on the luxury sedan. The chrome trim has dulled, and the once beautiful paint has lost its shine. Inside the Mercedes, the steering wheel and dashboard remain intact, but the cabin feels frozen in another era. Dust hangs in the air as if nobody has touched the vehicle for decades. The explorers discuss which vehicle would be more worthwhile to restore. The Mercedes-Benz may require less structural work, but the Lincoln Continental carries stronger emotional appeal. Its bold design and historical presence make it difficult to ignore. As they continue searching through the abandoned property, more evidence of the past begins to emerge. Old tools, broken furniture, and scattered car parts lie hidden beneath layers of dirt and vegetation. It feels as though time suddenly stopped here many years ago. The man wearing the hat carefully examines the Lincoln's wheels and suspension. Surprisingly, some components still appear salvageable despite years of neglect. This discovery gives him a small sense of hope. He begins imagining the restoration process, removing the rust, rebuilding the engine, replacing the interior, and finally hearing the powerful classic engine roar back to life. But reality quickly returns. The damage is extensive, and restoring a vehicle in this condition would require enormous effort, money, and patience. Even so, the abandoned cars continue to hold a strange attraction. There is something deeply emotional about seeing once proud machines slowly fade away. In silence, the team takes one final look around the property. Sunlight filters through the trees and falls across the dusty bodies of the forgotten vehicles. For a brief moment, the old cars almost seem alive again. The man pauses beside the Lincoln Continental one last time. Though ruined by time, the vehicle still carries traces of its former glory. Perhaps one day it will be restored. Or perhaps it will remain here forever, slowly disappearing beneath the forest that surrounds it. Either way, the abandoned classic cars stand as silent witnesses to another era, reminders of beauty, ambition, and the unstoppable passage of time. As they prepare to leave, the atmosphere becomes strangely reflective. The forgotten automobiles are more than just rusting machines. They are fragments of history left behind. Every cracked window, every layer of dust, and every rusted panel tells a story of years gone by. The man wearing the hat gives the Lincoln Continental one final glance before walking away. Despite the decay, the car still possesses a powerful presence that refuses to disappear completely. The forest slowly swallows the sounds of their footsteps as they leave the abandoned site behind. And once again, silence returns to the graveyard of forgotten cars.